Buying a used truck shouldn't feel like a gamble, but for most people, it does. Spend too little, and you risk expensive repairs. Spend too much, and you're paying for a name instead of real reliability. The good news? There are still a handful of tough, dependable trucks that cost under $12,000 and have a reputation for running for hundreds of thousands of miles. Here are 4 of the very best. Number 3. Toyota Tacoma 2.7-liter 2011 to 2015. When people talk about trucks that refuse to die, one name comes up again and again: the Toyota Tacoma. But here's the part many buyers miss. Everyone wants the powerful V6, which means the simpler 2.7-liter 4-cylinder often gets overlooked. That's actually good news, because it can save you thousands while still delivering the reliability Tacoma is famous for. This isn't the truck you buy to win drag races. It's the truck you buy because you don't want to shop for another truck 10 years from now. The Tacoma has built a reputation for doing something very few vehicles can do: showing up every day, year after year, with very little drama. Whether it's hauling tools during the week, pulling a small trailer on the weekend, or handling rough back roads, it simply keeps going. That's why contractors, landscapers, and delivery drivers have trusted these trucks for years. The 2.7-liter engine is one of Toyota's simplest and most durable designs. It uses a timing chain instead of a timing belt, so there's no expensive scheduled belt replacement hanging over your head. There's also no turbocharger adding extra heat, pressure, or costly repairs later in life. Simple engines usually age better, and this one has certainly earned that reputation. Another advantage is maintenance. Replacement parts are easy to find, repairs are straightforward, and almost every independent mechanic has worked on these trucks before. Routine servicing is uncomplicated, which helps keep ownership costs low even after the odometer climbs into high-mile territory. And speaking of mileage, there are documented Tacoma owners who have driven well beyond 500,000 miles, while one famous delivery truck became known for reaching well over 1 million miles through consistent maintenance and regular oil changes. Stories like that don't happen by accident. They happen because Toyota built these trucks to work every single day. That's also why used Tacomas hold their value better than almost any other midsize pickup. Even after years of use, clean examples often sell for surprisingly strong prices because buyers know what they're getting. Of course, no truck is perfect. If you're shopping for a used Tacoma, the very first thing to inspect isn't the engine, it's the frame. Vehicles that spent years in areas with heavy winter road salt can develop serious rust underneath. Surface rust is completely normal on an older truck, but deep corrosion around the frame is something you should never ignore. During your test drive, make sure the transmission shifts smoothly, the steering feels tight, and there aren't any unusual suspension noises over bumps. Then ask for maintenance records. With a Tacoma, a thick folder of service receipts is worth far more than an unusually low odometer reading. A truck with 220,000 well-maintained miles is often a safer purchase than one with 120,000 miles that was neglected. Pricing is the only downside. Because demand remains so high, most clean 2011 to 2015 4-cylinder Tacomas sell between $11,000 and $15,000. If your budget is capped at $12,000, you'll likely be looking at higher mileage examples. Fortunately, high mileage doesn't automatically scare experienced Tacoma buyers. They know these trucks were built for exactly that. If your goal is buying one pickup and driving it for years without constantly worrying about major repairs, few options have a stronger reputation. The Toyota Tacoma isn't the fastest truck, it isn't the fanciest truck, but when it comes to dependable long-term ownership, it's earned its place among the very best. And coming up next is the truck that might be the biggest bargain on this list, a pickup that most buyers overlook, but mechanics often recommend for one simple reason: it just keeps running. Number 2. Ford Ranger 2.3-liter 2006 to 2011. If your budget is tight, but you still need a real pickup, this might be the smartest truck on the entire list. The 2006 to 2011 Ford Ranger with the 2.3-liter four-cylinder isn't flashy. It doesn't have huge tires, a giant touchscreen, or a powerful V8. What it does have is something far more valuable: a reputation for being inexpensive to own, easy to repair, and dependable enough to keep working long after many newer trucks are off the road. That's exactly why so many experienced buyers keep coming back to the Ranger. For everyday driving, its smaller size is actually a huge advantage. It fits into normal parking spaces without a struggle, it's easy to maneuver in traffic, and visibility is excellent. Whether you're driving to work, making hardware store runs, or hauling weekend project supplies, it does everything a light-duty pickup needs to do. And unlike many full-size trucks, it won't empty your wallet every time you stop for gas. The 2.3-liter Duratec engine is known for its simple design. It uses a timing chain instead of a timing belt, reducing long-term maintenance costs. There's no turbocharger, no complicated performance equipment, and fewer expensive components that can fail as the truck gets older. Sometimes simple engineering really is the best engineering. Another reason the Ranger remains popular is repair cost. Ford sold these trucks in huge numbers, which means replacement parts are widely available and usually affordable. Independent mechanics know them well, and many repairs can even be handled by owners with basic tools and a little experience. That's a major advantage if you're trying to keep ownership costs low. Fuel economy is another pleasant surprise. Compared with larger pickups from the same era, the four-cylinder Ranger uses noticeably less fuel during daily driving. If you're commuting every day or covering lots of miles each week, those savings add up over time. Many owners have reported driving these trucks well beyond 250,000 miles with little more than regular maintenance. Some have crossed the 300,000-mile mark while still using the original engine. That's not because they're fast, it's because they're built to keep working. Of course, there are still a few things to inspect before buying one. Rust should be your first priority, especially if the truck spent years in northern states where winter road salt is common. Check the frame carefully, along with the suspension mounting points and brake lines. During the test drive, pay attention to the clutch if it's a manual transmission. A slipping clutch isn't unusual on an older truck, but it's something you'll want to factor into the purchase price. Also look at the maintenance history. Clean oil, regular servicing, and evidence of routine care usually tell you far more than the number showing on the odometer. High mileage doesn't automatically mean high risk. Poor maintenance does. Today, clean examples typically sell between $6,000 and $12,000, depending on mileage, condition, and location. If you're patient, you can still find well-maintained trucks that offer outstanding value for the money. The Ford Ranger has never been about luxury or speed. It's about showing up every morning, getting the job done, and asking for very little in return. That's exactly why it continues to earn a loyal following years after production ended. If you're looking for an affordable pickup that's practical, inexpensive to maintain, and built with long-term ownership in mind, the Ranger deserves a serious look. And coming up next is a truck with a reliability story so unbelievable that many people think it's exaggerated until they see the mileage for themselves. Number 1. Nissan Frontier 2.5-liter 2005 to 2014. If your goal is to buy one truck and forget about shopping for another one for a very long time, this is the truck that deserves your attention. The 2005 to 2014 Nissan Frontier with the 2.5-liter four-cylinder isn't the fastest pickup on the road, and it certainly isn't the most luxurious. But when it comes to dependable transportation at a reasonable price, few trucks have built a stronger reputation. In fact, one Frontier became famous for doing something most vehicles never even come close to achieving. We'll get to that in a moment. First, let's talk about why so many owners refuse to part with these trucks. The Frontier was designed with simplicity in mind. It handles everyday jobs without making ownership complicated. Whether you're hauling tools, carrying supplies for weekend projects, or commuting to work during the week, it simply gets on with the job. That's exactly what many truck buyers actually need. Under the hood is Nissan's dependable 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine. It isn't built for speed, it was built for durability. The engine uses a timing chain instead of a timing belt, reducing one of the major maintenance expenses found on many older vehicles. There's also no turbocharger adding extra complexity, meaning fewer expensive components that could fail as the truck ages. Simple designs often become the longest-lasting ones, and the Frontier is a perfect example. Another reason this pickup continues to attract smart buyers is affordability. Because Nissan built this generation for many years with relatively few mechanical changes, replacement parts remain easy to find and reasonably priced. Independent mechanics are already familiar with these trucks, keeping labor costs lower than many competitors. Routine maintenance is straightforward, and that's exactly what helps keep long-term ownership affordable. Now, about that incredible mileage story. A well-known Nissan Frontier used by a professional delivery driver accumulated more than 1 million miles while still using its original engine and original manual transmission. According to Nissan, the truck reached that unbelievable milestone through consistent maintenance and regular oil changes, not expensive modifications or constant repairs. Stories like that don't happen often. They happen when a vehicle is engineered to last. Of course, there are still a few things buyers should inspect before purchasing one. On higher mileage examples, start the engine from cold and listen carefully for any timing chain noise during the first few seconds. Also inspect the radiator on earlier trucks, since some owners choose preventative upgrades for extra peace of mind. Check underneath for excessive frame rust, especially if the truck spent winters in areas where road salt is common. Finally, test every major feature, including the horn, steering wheel controls, and airbag warning lights. Small electrical issues are far easier to fix before you buy than after. Today, many clean Nissan Frontiers can still be found between $8,000 and $12,000, making them one of the strongest values in the used truck market. For that money, you're getting a pickup that's practical, inexpensive to maintain, easy to repair, and proven to handle serious mileage when properly cared for. The Nissan Frontier doesn't rely on flashy styling or expensive technology to impress buyers. Instead, it earns respect the old-fashioned way, by starting every morning, doing its job, and coming back for more. That's exactly why the Nissan Frontier with the 2.5-liter four-cylinder takes the #1 spot on this list. Sometimes the best truck isn't the one with the biggest engine or the highest price tag. It's the one that's still running long after everyone else has given up.